So it's a rainy Saturday, but the rain is actually pretty perfect for where we're going. We're going to a special place, which we'll show you. But first we have to go to the post office. So we've got about an hour's drive. We'll get these packages shipped out and then head to the other side of the lake after lunch. We'll show you this special place. Pit stop. Place that's inspired a lot of characters and a lot of the kind of vibes in probably most of our decks in some way. It's the first place I always bring people when they come to visit, and it's the first place I recommend people to go when they want to see something a little bit different. This is the Lorido di Bellano, which is, I think we call it a gorge in English. This is where a lot of the water enters into Lake Como from the mountains, which if you've never seen it, is a pretty incredible thing. So let's go see it. So what I love here is that it's the middle of November and it's still so green here because it's just so humid, you know. And this is one of the places we come in this period if we, you know, when the forest is kind of lacking a little bit in color and all the leaves start to fall off, you still find a bit of greenery here, right? Yeah. So some of the original characters, when we started the deck, we were thinking more of oceans and seas, especially having just done Onda. So people like the ancient mariner obviously comes from the old story, and he was built into the eventual tale of Coldwater as well. And then we've got characters like the Kelpie, which is a Scottish legend, which again is connected with the sea more than anything. Then we started to think about different bodies of water. Obviously the sea and the ocean is really obvious, but then we started to experiment with rivers and streams and lakes and ponds and swamps and all different types, because they all have a completely different aesthetic and they all have different legends behind them as well. So that's when we came up with the idea of like 4 queens representing different bodies of water, and that's where the Queen of Waterfalls came in when we came here. The actual main waterfall is behind, but there's all these kind of little offshoots of it that form the main part of the Orido. And yeah, it was just full of inspiration for us, this place. And I would say as well that even in decks like the Green Man, the little faces that you sometimes see almost carved into the stone, like when you look and it catches the light just right, especially when it's covered in the lichen and the moss. The Alessandro was really spending ages here sketching and taking photos to refer to later when it came to those projects as well.
I usually take picture of little details of the trees or the lichens or the plants, and then I can make the color palette. It's nice, it's interesting, the texture too, not just the color. The plants, they have a different, they take different colors and brightness. But now they're wet, so you can really see they're nice and shiny. Sometimes they are not. And then there are all rocks here. And for cult water, I got some characters that are inspired with this type of rocks here and all talk together.
One of the things that keeps us coming back to this place is that there's always kind of a local legend or a story to hear about. And for example, here, once upon a time, there wasn't a walkway, obviously, and people didn't really know what was going on back here. They just heard this huge sounds of rushing water, maybe animals playing around here. So there was also all sorts of legends, whether it's haunted or some say there's like a devil used to live in here. So it's awesome to know that there's always kind of local traditions and local stories, and you know, especially when it comes to nature. And a lot of this goes into our decks, and probably every project we do will have a little bit of that inside it. So I think that's what keeps us coming back to places like this.